All right, Paul. Whew, I guess it's going. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, friends. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. Oh, lots of energy. It's good, though. I'm glad you're all here. Okay. As far as announcements go, I have my breathwork offering that's once per month coming up in a couple of weeks. So it's not this weekend, but the next weekend. It's usually the third Saturday of each month, but in September, somebody needed to switch. So I'm doing the first Saturday of the month in September. So if you're around that weekend, love to have you. And then also next Sunday, I'm going to be gone, and Steph Nally is subbing this class. She's amazing and awesome. So if you come to this class, then still come when Steph's here. I highly suggest. And then I have a couple of retreats coming up. I have one in December that is a long weekend. So it's Thursday to Sunday, pretty accessible. It's in Bryan Head, Utah. You can drive down. The bunk room, there's like a budget bunk room that has one spot left. And then there's a few other private rooms. And then I also have Mexico in January. That one only has one room left. It's a double room. So if you're interested, we'd love to have you. Okay, and then please, if you didn't pay on your way in, remember to pay on your way out. I do notice if people don't pay, and it bums me out when people just come and go without paying, because I do pay a decent amount of rent to have this class here, and it's my full-time job, so thank you. Okie doke. Let's go ahead and get started. Just in a comfortable seated position. And if you need to get your wiggles out, or if you just feel like stretching a little bit, I always like to move my body a little bit before I settle in. So take your time. When you're ready, just find stillness. Close your eyes. Close your mouth. And just place your hand somewhere, some way, intentionally. So take these first few moments to really just fully arrive here in this space. Notice what you may have brought with you to class, so any emotions that might be just kind of flowing around inside. Notice your breath rise and fall. And just simply notice everything that is creating this moment right here, right now. As you bring more awareness inward, you might notice places that you're kind of tensing up or tightening up. You don't need to be. So maybe through your face or your shoulders or your hands or your fingers. Just by noticing, see if anything shifts or softens. Good job. So with this extra awareness and this extra attention to the present moment, Let's take a great big inhale together. Fill up as big as you can and hold. Maybe even take an extra little sip of air at the top. Open your mouth and great big sigh. Let it go. And then a couple more like that. Big inhale, fill up. Hold in fullness. Take an extra little sip. And then open your mouth and great big sigh. Release. Very nice. Let's do that once more. So biggest inhale of your Sunday morning. Hold and let that breath circulate around inside. Extra little sip, maybe even two. And then big open mouth sigh when you're ready. Let it go. Nice job. Now, with your lips sealed, start to drop into Ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose, gentle constriction in the back of your throat. So you're constricting the muscles in the back of your throat that you use when you hum, when you whisper, when you gasp. Constrict them in the same way. So this is essentially just like you're humming on the inside. You're humming without using your actual voice. You're just creating your own internal vibration. So big, spacious inhalations, long, slow exhalations all the way to emptiness. There's no rush in the breath. It's slow and calming and regulating. But at the same time, it's also powerful, dynamic, and strong. It supports us and guides us through our practice from the inside out. So you're more than welcome to stay right here as long as you want. You're more than welcome to come back here at any time. If you're ready to begin moving, go ahead and transition onto hands and knees and just start to move from there in any way your body feels like moving. So intuitive movement, you might start with cat-cows. You might start with just a child's pose if you feel like sitting back, resting. So as best you can, get out of your mind, your thinking, talking, judging mind, that voice that says, am I doing this right? What's everybody else doing? Is anyone looking at me? That voice for now just gets to fall away. Feel your body. So if it helps, close your eyes and go inward. What can you notice in your upper back, mid back, low back? What can you notice in your shoulders and your hips? What about your side bodies? Even your hands and your fingers, your wrists and your elbows. There's a million ways you could explore from this position. So really feel into it. Breathe into it. See if you can find space that you didn't even know was there. And then in your next few rounds, in your next 4 or 5 breaths, no hurry, just eventually find your way back to downward facing dog. No rush, take your time. We'll see you there. Nice work, friends. So once you're back in your dog pose, keep that exploration going. Keep feeling around. So maybe you want to pedal out your heels, give your hips a little shift from side to side, and give your head a little shake, yes or no. So in your down dog, you do not have to have your legs straight. I actually encourage, big bend in your knees, at least to start. And then feel into the length from your fingertips all the way up to your sit bones. Work that length. Imagine there's an invisible rope attached to your belly button that's pulling up and tugging back towards the top corner of the back wall. Good. So use your strong core to lift you out of your arms, to lift you out of your wrists and your hands. Spread your fingers nice and wide so you have strong hands on the ground, strong foundation. Use your big, spacious breaths to hold you and support you from the inside out. Nice job, everybody. Good poses. Nice down dogs. Take one more great big inhalation into your down dog. And as you exhale, just walk your hands slowly to the back of your yoga mat until you are in a forward fold. So eventually all the weight will be in your feet, little or big bend in your knees. You might widen your stance just a bit for this first fold. So feet at least hips width distance apart. And take a moment here, maybe ragdoll your arms, little bounce, little sway, little bob. Let your neck relax and your head be heavy. So see if you can feel, even here, that connection to your center, that invisible rope attached to your belly button, and it's pulling straight up towards the ceiling. Good job, friends. Next time you inhale, find a halfway lift position. So get all the rounding out of your back, lengthen. Exhale, fold, let it go. Do that once more, halfway lift. So crown of your head reaches forward, back of your neck is nice and long. Exhale, release, and fold. And then this time, let's take it all the way up. So come through your halfway lift, keep rising, arms extend. Exhale, hands to your heart center. All right, with your breath, let's flow for a moment. Inhale, high mountain. Hinge at your hips and slow dive takes you all the way down into your fold. Yes. Inhale, spinal extension, spine parallel to the ground. Exhale, let it go. From the press of your feet, lead with your heart, connect to your strong center, rise up. Inhale, arms reach. And hands to your heart, exhale. Once more, just like that, let your breath guide you. Inhale, high mountain pose. Follow your breath down slowly as you exhale. Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Beautiful breathing. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen. Very nice. And then exhale, let it go. Press into your feet, connect to your center. Take it all the way back up. Arms reach up. And hands to your heart. Exhale. All right, this time inhale, arms reach up. And as you exhale, bring your hands behind your back and interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. Squeeze shoulder blades towards your spine. Try not to lock out your elbows. And then start to reach your hands back. So little tiny micro bend in your elbows if possible. And then if you want to, you can add a little baby back bend. So press your hips forward, but hug in with your inner thighs like you're squeezing a block. Puff up your heart, tilt your chin up. So breathe into the front of your heart. Breathe into the front of your shoulders. Take one more inhale here. Keep your hands clasped. Hinge at your hips. Exhale all the way down. Forward fold. Beautiful. Hang out in this forward fold with your fingers interlaced for a couple rounds. If you want, you can give your head a little shake or a little nod. See if you can feel your core. Use it to lift your butt higher. See if you can use the mobility in your shoulders and lift your knuckles higher. So possibly you even start to reach your knuckles slightly forward towards the front wall. Take one more big inhale. As you exhale, hands to low back, release your clasp. Let your arms come down and hang. And give your head a little shaky shake if it wants. Next time you breathe in, friends, halfway lift position, nice and long. And plant your hands this time. Start to crawl your hands to the top of your yoga mat until you are in a plank position. So top of your push-up, Find your strength here first. Spread your fingers and actively push the ground away. See if you can take little baby rocks forward and back. Draw your belly button in and up so it almost feels like you're puffing up through your low back. Yes, good adjustments. Next time you inhale, find that little rock forward so you're on your tippy toes or knees come down to modify. And then exhale, lower just halfway. Try not to let your shoulders roll forward. Don't let your belly drop. And inhale, push back up, high plank. Do that one more time. Exhale, little rock forward, lower halfway. Yes, strong shoulders, strong belly. Inhale, push back up. And then this time, strong straight line all the way to your belly. Nice, Jan. As you inhale, back bend variation of your choice. So open your heart. You can take your time, maybe gaze one side, then the other. And however you'd like to transition, eventually downward facing dog. See you there. Big, spacious, powerful Ujjayi breath. Good, everybody. So if your down dog feels like all of your weight is in your hands and it's really hard to hold, it's really tiring for your wrists, then see if you can figure out how to use your other muscles. So first, your strong shoulders. How can you get your shoulders to engage? How can you get your core to lift you up? So again, that bend in your knees might feel good, might be helpful. So rather than tuning out in down dog, just because you've been here thousands of times, tune in, feel around, explore little tiny micro movements. So the movements that I probably don't even see on the outside, but you feel them inside. They make a big difference. After you've practiced yoga for years and years and years, those little tiny adjustments, in my opinion, are what it's all about. Take one more great big inhalation into your down dog. Nice, Steve. And as you exhale, this time look forward, however you'd like to get to the top of your mat, forward fold. Once you have arrived, spinal extension, lengthen. Breathe in. Exhale, bow, and let it go. Now rise all the way up. Big full body stretch at the top. Breathe in. Hands to heart center. Breathe out. All right. This time, inhale, arms reach. And as you exhale, cactus your arms, little baby back bend. So squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. Curl open. Inhale, re-extend, realign, reach high. And then as you exhale, let's take a chair plane pose. So sit back and reach back. As you sit back, notice if you let go through your belly, draw your belly button in and up. See if you can keep your heart lifted and your shoulders rolling back and down. So rather than shoulders rolling forward, roll them back and down. Feel your back muscles engage even more. You can stay right here, or option for a balance challenge, float up to your tiptoes. So lifting your heels as high as you can. Now you have more range of motion in your legs. See if you can sit a little bit lower. Awesome, Claire. Take one more deep breath wherever you're at. And then option to stay on your tiptoes if you want to. High mountain, as tall as you can grow. Beautiful. Maybe stay on your tiptoes as you take your dive down. So stick your butt out. Use your core to help you balance as you dive. Yes, nice, Amber. Heels on the ground. Breathe into your halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your yoga mat, plank position. This time, take your vinyasa however you would like. See you back in downward facing dog. Move this out of your way. Nice job, friends. All right, back in your dog pose, your big, spacious Ujjayi breath. Next time you breathe in, take your right leg to the sky. Beautiful. And if you want to, you can open your hip. You can explore a little bit. Maybe you want to circle out your knee or circle out your ankle. But see if you can still, no matter what you do with your right leg, you can still feel both hands evenly and equally rooted. Both shoulders square and strong. Try not to sink into your left side. Use your big deep breath to support you. Next time you inhale, make your right leg just as long and as strong and as powerful as possible. Keep your hips really high as you exhale, right knee towards your nose. So round your back, but your hips stay high, and then step forward as soft as possible. Very good. Take your time to slowly rise, crescent lunge. So high on the ball of your back foot if possible, rather than feeling like you're about to set your back heel down. Get your back heel nice and high and get your back leg as straight as it will go. So you want to feel just as strong and supported by your back leg as you do by your front leg. Energetically hug in. So front hip draws back hip draws forward, and lowest, deepest abdominals tone. So your belly button draws in and up. Rather than feeling like you're flaring your ribs forward, feels like you've got a nice little brace around your middle. It's called your transverse abdominis. It's supporting your low back, keeping everything nice and compact inside. Take one more inhale to reach up, maybe even gaze up. And then as you exhale, we're gonna add a little twist here. Left arm goes forward, right arm goes back knee bends to a hover. If you feel like setting your back knee down, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, back knee is hovering above the ground. Energetically, try to pull your back thigh forward and your front hip back. Squeeze through your inner thighs. Notice if you're reaching forward and try to center your weight, maybe even gaze over your right shoulder behind you. Take one more deep breath, see if you can get a little lower and twist just a little further. As you inhale, come back to crescent lunge, arms reach up. If you want, you can extend both of your legs just for funsies. Squeeze through the fronts of your thighs. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. And then from here, for a moment, we're gonna balance. Right foot roots down, left leg floats high for standing splits. So just like a one-legged forward fold. You can open your hip or you can keep your hip square, but try not to sink into your outer right hip. Hug in with your right inner thigh and lift from your center. If you want to play with your balance, you're welcome to. If you want to play with handstand hops, you're welcome to. If there's any other way you want to play, go for it. When I say play with your balance, there are options. One of them is to wrap your right arm behind your right leg, hand behind ankle, forearm behind calf, elbow behind knee. Maybe you even get your left arm behind your right leg as well. So your pose, work it in your way, with your awareness, with your breath. See if you can keep your left toes active, spread them apart. Take one more big inhale. Nice, Nan. And as you exhale, Shiva squat. So left knee tucks in the back of your right knee, both knees bend, get small and compact all the way to empty. Inhale, re-extend, left leg long, strong, powerful. You can take a little hop if you feel like it. Exhale again, Shiva squat. We'll do 3 total. Yes, inhale, re-extend. And then last one, exhale, left knee tucks into the back of your right knee, left heel towards your left glute. Inhale, lengthen, left leg high. And then as you exhale, step your left foot all the way to the back of your yoga mat. Pivot your back heel down, setting up your warrior 2 stance. Rise when you are ready, Virabhadrasana 2. So right toes face directly forward and left toes face directly towards the left wall. Nice, Josh. Bend your front knee a lot and track it towards your pinky toe. Good. So try not to let your right knee fall inwards, but instead wrap your right butt cheek, track it out. Press into the inner and outer edge of your back foot as well. Weight is nice and centered for now. So shoulders over hips. Let your heart open towards the side of the room. Let your hips open towards the side of the room. Notice if you're letting go through your transverse abdominis. So if your ribs are flaring forward, navel to spine, find that little tone of your belly. Next time you breathe in, reach forward as far as you can, like you're trying to touch the front wall. Reach, reach, reach. And then when you can't reach anymore, tip it over, side angle. Yes, beautiful. So right arm comes towards the ground. Maybe your right elbow rests gently on your right thigh. Left arm can reach straight up, or you might reach your left arm forward, bicep next to your ear, and work the length in your left side. Whatever variation you are in, try to keep your heart open. Try to keep your hips open. Keep wrapping your right butt cheek underneath your body. Nice job, you guys. If there's a bind or a half bind you want to move into for your last couple of breaths, feel free. Keep your back leg strong, back foot rooted. Nice work. And then we're moving into a reverse warrior. So from the press of your feet, next time you inhale, rise up, reach back. Keep that deep bend in your front knee. Yes, and imagine that you are trying to lift your right rib cage up away from your right hip. Breathe into that space. Beautiful poses, you guys. Soft through your facial muscles, your jaw. This is not a back bend, it's a side body stretch. So you're still open towards the side wall. You still got that engagement through your transverse, supporting your low back. Take one more great big inhalation. Reach through your fingertips. And as you exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground, pivot to the ball of your back foot, and just step your back foot forward, nice and easy, forward fold, top of your space. Once you've arrived, find your halfway lift position. Get all the rounding out of your back. Breathe in. Exhale, bow and fold. Let's take it all the way up. Slowly rise. Inhale, arms extend, high mountain. Pause right here. So notice, as you are simply standing with your arms reaching up, where your own personal imbalance is. Are you flaring your ribs forward and sticking your butt out? Are you doing the exact opposite? Are you tucking your tailbone, rounding through your upper back? Can you find neutral pelvis, neutral spine, or as close as possible for you? And then right foot is going to be your foundation. Left knee lifts, standing staff. Right foot roots down, left knee lifts up. Hug in with your inner thighs and flex your toes back towards your shin, dorsal flexion. So feel right now, almost like you're zipping a zipper up through your midline. Everything is hugging in and reaching up. Take one more big inhale. And then as you exhale, twist towards the windows. Right arm forward, left arm back. And we won't take the full pose yet. We'll get to it later. If you feel like taking it now, revolved hand to big toe pose, you're welcome to. Otherwise, your right hand might come to the outside of left thigh. Your left palm might press into your low back. Broaden through your shoulders and your collarbones. Work your twist from your very, very center. So not with your arms, but from your core. Good. Keep that flexion through your left toes, nice and active. Take one more round. Nice, Mikkel. As you inhale, come back to center, standing staff, arms reach up. Maybe your left leg extends. If it hasn't, try not to lean back. And then super slow motion, low lunge. See if you can land with fingers and toes at the same time. So hands frame your front foot as your left toe step back. Once you have arrived in your low lunge, we're not going to do this when we flow, but right now we're going to take half splits. So bring your back knee down gently and then work your front leg towards straight. You can either bring your hips all the way back to your heel, or you can keep your hips higher, kind of stacked over your back knee. If you take your hips to your back heel, invitation to keep your toes curled under. And what that does, a lot of times when you untuck your toes, you just kind of roll your tailbone underneath you. You want to stick your butt out behind you. So use leverage however you need to stick your butt out and reach your heart further forward. So rather than feeling like you're tucking your tailbone, make your right butt cheek as big as you can. And then heart reaches forward like you're trying to reach your heart past your knee. Keep that flexion in your right toes. Press down through your heel and try to pull your heel back towards your body. So you're not trying to push your heel forward, try to drag it back energetically. Yes, good. See if you can get even your little baby pinky toe to flex back towards your shin. Beautiful work. Lengthen even more through your spine, through your low back. Take your last couple breaths here. You're doing great. So nice. All right, slowly find your way back to your low lunge. Keep your knee on the ground for now. And then from here, you're going to take a three-legged tabletop. So unthread your right leg and reach it back behind you. Three-legged tabletop. Right leg reaches back. All right. So left toes, the foot that's still on the ground, curl your toes under. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, right knee to your nose, curl in and hollow out. Inhale, re-extend, right leg back. As you exhale, you can do that one more time, or humble cow. Bend your elbows, tap your chin to the ground. This time as you inhale, all the way up and back, three-legged down dog. And then exhale, either straight to down dog or rock forward and take your vinyasa, slowly lower. Take it as three-legged, or please feel free to bring your right foot or even knees down. Inhale, heart lifts, nice ash. And then everybody downward facing dog. Beautiful, big deep breaths. Maybe just check in right side versus left side, right leg versus left leg. No judgment, just observation, just curiosity. From your down dog, with your next inhale, left leg to the sky. If you want to, you can open your hip or explore a little bit of movement on this side. Try not to collapse into your right side. So as you lift your left leg, your right side, ideally, it doesn't even have to move. Feel the strength from your fingertips, through your arms, through your side bodies, through your spinal column, all the way up into your left toes. Everybody make your left leg long, strong, and powerful. Take one more inhale. And then keep your hips as high as you can. Exhale, left knee towards your nose. So round your back on your back, tippy toes, and then step through as soft as possible. Low lunge. Rise slowly, nice Anna, into your crescent lunge. Beautiful. So square hips, high on the ball of your back foot, back leg as straight as you can get it. And make your back leg feel strong and powerful, just like your front. The weight is centered. Energetically, front hip pulls back, back hip pulls forward. Transverse abdominis is engaged to support your low back. Heart is lifted. Maybe your gaze is lifted. So whatever you're doing in your upper body, this is your expression of the pose, so just be aware of it. If you're spreading your fingers wide, feel that. If you're softening through your fingers or even making fists with your hands today, maybe you want to feel into your anger, and that's totally fine as long as it's on purpose. So feel your crescent lunge, every little space. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, twist towards the windows. Right arm goes forward, left arm goes back knee bends to a hover. So turbo twist. Back knee is either hovering or back knee could come down gently at any time to modify. And if it is hovering, imagine you're trying to drag it forward. Imagine you're trying to pull your front hip back. Keep your weight nice and centered so you're not leaning forward. Maybe even gaze back over your left shoulder behind you. Yes. Good, beautiful, everybody. Awesome, Paul. Take one last deep breath. Maybe get a little lower, maybe twist a little further. And then as you inhale, unwind back to crescent. Invitation to straighten both legs. So make your legs powerful and strong. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground, back to your low lunge. And then from this place, standing splits, little balance for a moment. So left foot is your foundation, right leg lifts. Your hands are on the ground, but just to help with balance. So you don't want to put weight in your hands unless you're working on your handstand hops. Otherwise, use the strength in your core to lift you up. Maybe left arm behind left leg, maybe even both arms behind left leg. So your expression or exploration of this pose, I do not care how high your right leg goes. If it's 1 inch away from the ground, perfect. Just find your own personal edge and then be with it. Soften around it. See if you can get your right toes, the ones that are in the air, see if you can get them to spread or even wiggle. So feel the aliveness all the way up in your tiptoes. One more inhale. Nice, Anais. As you exhale, right knee to the back of your left knee, Shiva squat. So get small and compact. Both knees bend. Right heel towards your right butt cheek. Inhale, re-extend. You can take a little handstand hop if you feel like it. Exhale, again, Shiva squat, 3 total. Small and compact. Nice, Jan. Inhale, re-extend. Spread through your right toes, and then one more like that. As you exhale, Shiva squat. Good, Kim. Inhale, lengthen. Reach your right leg high. And then as you exhale, step your right foot all the way back. Nice, Kristen. And then pivot your back heel down. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. The left toes forward, right toes directly to the right. Front heel either intersects your back arch or lines up with your front toes. Wrap your left butt cheek underneath your body and get your front knee to track open towards your pinky toe rather than collapsing inward. Very nice. Transverse abdominis. So rather than feeling like you're flaring your ribs forward, knit them together. Next time you breathe in, reach for the front wall. Feel your rib cage slide and then tip it over, side angle posture. Yes, good. Awesome, Case. So keep that deep bend in your front knee and keep tracking it towards your pinky toe. Keep pressing into your back foot, inner and outer edge. Right arm can reach straight up, or right arm might reach forward, bicep next to your ear, and work that length in your right side. If you want to work the half or the full bind, you're welcome to do so. Last couple breaths. Heart stays open. Hips stay open. Nice, Daisy. All right, my friends, from the press of your feet with your next inhalation, reverse warrior. So rise up, reach, and then reach back. Bend your front knee and lift your left ribs away from your left hip. So feel that space in your left waistline and breathe into it. Imagine the space in between your left ribs. Breathe into it. Soften your face, unclench your jaw. Nice, Barb. Beautiful, you guys. Take one more big inhalation. Reach. And then as you exhale, cartwheel your hands down, low lunge. So pivot to the ball of your back foot and simply step your back foot forward into your forward fold. Final extension, breathe in, lengthen out. And exhale, let it go. Rise, take it all the way up, arms extend, high mountain, pause, check in with the way you are standing. See if you can find a more neutral pelvis, more neutral spine. So what does that feel like in your body? It's gonna feel a little different for everybody. Left foot will stay grounded and your right knee lifts, standing staff. So hug in with your inner thighs rather than sinking into your outer left hip. And keep the flexion through your right toes. So flex your toes back and active. Yes, amazing. Beautiful work. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, twist. Left arm goes forward, right arm goes back. You can stay here, or left hand might grab the outside of your right thigh. Right palm might press into your low back, and you can use your hands as a little bit of leverage to work your twist. Feel your twist happening from your center. So not just with your arms, but right from your center. You might even gaze back over your right shoulder. Nice, Summer. Slow, intentional Ujjayi breath. It will help you balance. Take one more round. Twist to your edge. And then with your next inhale, unwind. Arms reach up. Maybe extend your right leg forward if you haven't. And then slow motion, low lunge. See if you can touch down with fingers and toes at the exact same time. Hands frame your front foot. Bring your back knee down. And then again, we won't do this when we're flowing breath to movement, but right now we're going to take half splits, half Hanumanasana. So either hips back to your back heel or hips over your back knee as you work your front leg towards straight. Flex, nice Eileen. Flex your left toes back towards your shin. Press down through the back of your left heel, nice Truk. And then imagine you are trying to pull your left heel back and stick your left butt cheek out even more. So try not to round through your low back or curl your butt underneath you, but instead make your butt as big as you can. Stick it out behind you. Reach your heart forward like you want to reach your heart past your knee. Then breathe. Length through your low spine, especially. Every exhalation, find your strong core and use it to help you fold just a little further. Last couple breaths. Awesome job. All right, come back to a low lunge position. Back knee stays on the ground. And then from low lunge, unthread your left leg, take it back behind you. So three-legged tabletop. Yes, three-legged tabletop. Your right knee is still on the ground. Curl your right toes under if they're not already. Take an inhale here in your three-legged tabletop. And then exhale, knee to your nose, curl in and hollow out, push the ground away. Inhale, re-extend left leg back. You can do that same thing again, or humble cow. So little rock forward, bend your elbows, tap your chin down. Inhale now all the way back and up to your three-legged down dog. Yes. And then exhale, either down dog or rock forward, chaturanga. Take it in your own way. So feel free to bring your knees down, whatever works. Inhale to lift your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath. Also, if it would feel nice, maybe a couple big sighs out your mouth. Also, great place for a child's pose. Great place for a drink of water. So take a moment to rest if you want. We will now move through everything we just did, that entire sequence as a flow, one breath, one movement. It does not mean that we speed through it as fast as we can and forget to breathe deeply. It means the exact opposite. We're using our big, deep, intentional breath to guide our movement. So if I'm cueing too slow for you, breathe slower, breathe bigger, breathe deeper, and let your breath guide you. If at any time you feel like you just need a break or you feel like you just want to do something of your own, absolutely feel free. So this is your practice. Give your body what it needs. That means just laying on the ground for the rest of class. That is perfectly fine with me. If you would like to join me for our flow, downward facing dog pose. Ujjayi breath. All right, great big inhalation. And with your exhalation, look to the top of your mat, forward fold, however you'd like to get there. Ace Charles, halfway lift, inhale, get all the rounding out of your spine, stick your butt out a lot. Exhale, fold. All the way up now, rise. Inhale, extend your arms. Exhale, hands to your heart. Here we go, let's flow. Inhale, high mountain, reach up. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus your arms, make it come from mid and upper back. So transverse abdominis still strong. Inhale, re-extend, reach up. Exhale, chair plane or drinking bird. So option to float up to your tiptoes for a balance challenge. Yes, maybe stay on your tiptoes. High mountain as tall as you can grow. Possibly stay on your tiptoes, stick your butt out and slowly dive all the way down. Nice work. Heels on the ground. Inhale to your halfway lift position. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Try to keep your exhale going as you lower. Chaturanga. You can even hold empty. Inhale, peel your heart open, shoulders back and down. Nice, Brittany. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful breath. Inhale your right leg high. Use your strong core and as soft as you can. Exhale, step forward, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, strong legs as you rise. Exhale, turbo twist, left arm forward, right arm back, bend your back knee. And then bring it back to crescent. Inhale, option to extend both of your legs. Squeeze through the fronts of your thighs. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, standing splits, left leg high. And just one time, exhale, Shiva squat, left knee to the back of right knee, both knees bend. Inhale, re-extend, long, strong, powerful. Exhale, step your left foot to the back of your mat, setting up your warrior two stance. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2, rise. Yes, and then exhale, side angle, reach forward and tip it over all the way to emptiness. Nice Katya. As you inhale, press into your feet, reverse your warrior. So all the way up and back. Beautiful. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground and step forward, forward fold, top of your yoga mat. Inhale, halfway lift, realign your spine. Thanks, Mary Jo. Exhale, release. And then all the way up, rise. Inhale, your arms extend and your left knee lifts. Exhale, twist towards the windows. Right arm forward, left arm back, all the way to empty. Squeeze your inner thighs. Inhale, standing staff. Option to extend left leg forward. And then super slow motion. Exhale, low lunge. Hands and back toes touch at the same time. Bring your back knee down once you've landed. Inhale, three-legged tabletop. Take your right leg back, three-legged tabletop. Exhale, knee to your nose, curl in, round your spine, hollow out. Inhale, re-extend. Make sure your left toes are curled under. Exhale, either one more like that or humble cow. Tap your chin down. Inhale, all the way back and up, three-legged down dog. Straight to down dog or come forward and take your vinyasa. Heart lifts as you breathe in. Hips lift as you breathe out. Nice work. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Softly step your left foot through. Beautiful breathing, everybody. Inhale, crescent, rise up, strong through your legs. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Turbo twist. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back, bend your back knee. Inhale, unwind, back to crescent. Maybe extend your legs. Feel the power in your back leg. And exhale, hands to the earth. Standing splits, right leg high. Spread your right toes. Thanks, Jan. Exhale, right knee to the back of left. You're doing great, Ari. Shiva squat. Inhale, re-extend. Nice, Rose. And then exhale, step your right foot to the back of your yoga mat. Set up your warrior two legs and inhale, Virabhadrasana 2, rise. With your exhalation, side angle, reach forward, tip it over as you empty out. And then from the press of your feet, reverse, inhale, reach up, reach back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground, step forward, forward, fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen. Exhale, bow, let it go. Root through your feet and take it all the way up. Inhale, reach up and float your right knee up. Exhale, twist, left arm forward, right arm back. Squeeze through your inner thighs. Inhale, back to standing staff, arms reach, maybe right leg extends. And then super slow motion, low lunge. See if you can land softly. Hands frame your front foot. Back knee comes down gently once you've landed. Inhale, three-legged tabletop, left leg back. So back knee on the ground, three-legged tabletop. Exhale, knee to your nose. Curl in, round, push the ground away. Yes, inhale, re-extend. You can do that again, or humble cow. Remember, right toes tucked under. Inhale all the way back and up, lengthen, three-legged down dog. Exhale, rock forward, chaturanga. Take it however you'd like. Lift your heart as you inhale. Beautiful. Lift your hips. Exhale. Amazing. You've done one round. We've got one more. So give yourself a moment, maybe a couple open mouth sighs. This last round, I'm going to add a few things. I'm going to change a few things up. So just like you've been doing this entire practice, stay present. Listen to my cues. They are invitations. So take what works, leave the rest behind. Last round, if you're coming with me, downward facing dog pose. Ujjayi breath. And your breath is going to really help you. So yes, I know your muscles are tired. Your body is getting fatigued. But your breath, it's brand new every time you inhale. Use it. If you can learn to hone in on your breath in your yoga practice, in my opinion, it's a completely different world. If you can learn to hone in on your breath out there in your real life, in my opinion, it's a completely different world. Your breath is everything. So keep paying attention. Stay curious. Take one more inhale into your down dog. Exhale, gaze to the top of your space. Step, tiptoe, or hop. Forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Spine parallel to the ground. Exhale, let it go. Take it all the way up. Let's rise. Inhale, arms extend. Hands to your heart center. Exhale. All right, last round. Listen carefully here. Inhale, reach up. Side body stretch to your right. You can make it your own. Exhale. Back through center as you inhale. Other side, up and then over like a crescent moon with your body. Inhale, back up, reach. And then add your little back bend. Exhale, curl open, make it come from mid and upper back, not so much low back. Inhale, re-extend, realign, feel neutral. And then as you exhale, chair plane or drinking bird. So one more time, pop up to your tiptoes if you like. High mountain, stay on your tiptoes if you'd like. Super, super tall. Maybe stay on your tiptoes as you take your dive down. So this is an exaggeration of what you should feel every time you dive, that connection to your center. Heels on the ground, halfway lift, inhale. Plant your hands, feet back, and exhale, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, lift your hearts. Exhale, takes you back, downward facing dog. You're doing amazing. Inhale, right leg high. Now listen, you can hold or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Get as close as you can. Inhale, three-legged dog. Take it back up. Right knee, right armpit. Get as high as you can. Push the ground away. Yes, inhale, back up. Now everybody, knee towards your nose and step forward super softly. Inhale, rise slowly, crescent lunge. Exhale, turbo twist, left arm forward, right arm back. Now listen, pause here, bring your right forearm across your low back, square your shoulders forward, square your gaze forward, reach your left arm up and slightly back. So see if you can work a back bend through your mid and your upper back. Puff up your chest. Feel that length down your entire left side. One more big inhale, reach through your left fingertips. Exhale, bring your left hand down. Reach your right arm up, revolve lunge. So back leg now, either make it straight or you can set your back knee down to modify. Take a couple more breaths here, working this twist. End of your next exhale, let that go. Pivot your back heel down. Inhale, warrior two, rise. Exhale, reach forward, tip it over side angle. And then this time, we're gonna balance, balancing half moon. So reach your right hand forward, float your back leg up. Make your back leg super strong, like you're stomping it on an invisible wall. Nice, Mikkel. Keep your heart open, keep your hips open. Keep your breath moving and flowing, slow and steady. Yes. Nice, Stefan. Last couple rounds. Your personal fullest expression. If you're falling in and out, just meet yourself right there. It's perfect. This is just a practice. End of your next exhale. See if you can land back in a warrior two, maybe softly. Take a moment to adjust. With your next inhalation, reverse your warrior. Reach up, reach back, lengthen your right side. And then exhale, low lunge. And right here, we're gonna throw in that standing split. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, forward fold. Set your left foot down. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bow and fold. Rise. Inhale, your arms reach up. Left knee lifts up, standing staff. Exhale, twist, right arm forward, left arm back. This is where we will pause. If you want to take the full variation of revolved hand to big toe pose, now is your time. Grab hold of your left foot or your left big toe and start to extend your left leg forward. Only extend as much as you can without rounding your back. So lengthen your spine is your first priority. Squeeze through your inner thighs. Press through your left heel if you're extending your leg. Maybe even gaze back over your left shoulder. Last round. Amazing work, everybody. Inhale, standing staff. Unwind. Extend left leg if you haven't. And then exhale, super slow motion, low lunge. Bring your hands down to frame your front foot. Set your back knee down. Inhale, three-legged tabletop. Send your right leg back behind you. Remember, left toes are curled under. Exhale, right knee to your nose. Round your back, navel to spine. Inhale, re-extend, nice and long. One more like that, or humble cow, little rock forward. Yes, kiss the ground with your chin. Inhale all the way back and up, three-legged down dog. Listen, open your right hip this time. Bend your right knee. Stay here, or option to flip your dog. Right foot comes down behind you. Yes, beautiful. Reach your right arm forward, or maybe right hand behind your head. Breathe down into your belly. One more in-breath. Nice, Kim. And then exhale, come back, regular down dog. Nice, Mia. Walk it out. You can keep walking it out in your down dog, or option to inhale forward, high plank, maybe hovering right leg. Exhale, lower through chaturanga. Heart lifts with your inhale. And down dog, exhale. One more side, you've got this. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Stay and hold, or exhale, left knee, right elbow. Use your obliques. Inhale, three-legged, nice, Amber. Again, this time left to left. Come forward, push the ground away. Inhale, back up, nice, Josh. And then last one, everybody, knee towards your nose. So keep your hips nice and high, then step through softly. Nice, barb rise slowly, crescent lunge, inhale. And turbo twist, exhale, right arm forward, left back, back knee bends, pause. Bring your left forearm across low back, square your gaze and your shoulders forward, and then reach up and reach back. Curl open, so it's different than leaning back. You're curling open, make it come from your mid and your upper spine. See if your breath is still right there with you. Take one more inhale, long through your right side. Exhale, right hand down and left arm up. So revolve lunge. Make your back leg straight and strong, or back knee can come all the way down to modify. Squeeze through your inner thighs and twist from your center. Rather than gazing at the back of the room, take your gaze straight across from you, or even slightly forward. So your spine wants to elongate. Help it with that process. Take one more round here. End of your exhale, release, pivot back, heel down. Warrior two, rise, inhale. Exhale, side angle, reach forward and tip it over. This is where we will pause and add a balance. So if you want, balancing half moon. If you'd rather hang out in your side angle, that's fine with me. So left hand to a block, or left fingertips on the ground. As your right leg floats up, imagine you're stomping it on an invisible wall. So if your back leg feels like it weighs 1,000,000 pounds, probably because you're not engaging any of the muscles in it. Make your back leg strong, make your back foot active. Keep your hips open, keep your heart open. Take your last big deep breath. Maybe lift your back leg a tiny bit higher. You guys are amazing. See if you can land back in your warrior two ever so softly. Take a moment, adjust if needed. Next, inhale, reverse. So reach up, reach back, lengthen through your left side. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. And now we're going to throw in our standing splits. Inhale, right leg high. Reach your right toes towards the sky. Spread them apart. Forward fold, exhale. Set your right foot down. Halfway lift. Stick your butt out. Reach the top of your head forward. Get all the rounding out of your back. Exhale, fold. Take it all the way up. Inhale, arms reach. Right knee lifts. One more time, twist, left arm forward, right arm back. Stay here, or now is your time if you want to go for the full variation. Grab your right foot or peace fingers around right big toe. Start to extend forward, spine long. Squeeze through your inner thighs, twist from your center. Yes, slow, deep breath will help. Amazing work. Press out through your heel, flex back through your toes. Squeeze your inner thighs, last round. And slowly unwind. Nice, Charles. Inhale, reach up. Maybe extend your right leg if you haven't. And then low lunge as you exhale. Hands come down to frame your front foot. Back knee comes down gently. Three-legged tabletop. Left leg back. Nice, Kirsten. As you exhale, left knee to your nose. Push the ground away. Curl in round. Inhale, re-extend. Make sure your right toes are curled under. And then do one more of those, or humble cow. Chin kisses the ground. Inhale all the way back and up. Use your strength. Three-legged down dog. Open your left hip this time. Only if you want to. Option to flip your dog. The left foot comes down. Reach forward. See if you can let your heart look forward. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Feel the strength in your back body. Last big deep breath. And then everybody, regular down dog. Walk out your dog. Amazing. If you want to, you can walk it out a little longer, or invitation to inhale forward, high plank, hover left leg if you'd like. Chaturanga, exhale. Heart lifts with your in-breath. Down dog or child's pose, everybody. And just give yourself a moment here. So great place for a drink of water or just chill. Take some grounding breaths and notice, what do you feel in your body? So all that energy inside of you, it's always there. It's just harder to notice. So maybe start to feel yourself more as an energetic being, not just physical. Your next couple breaths, rise up to a tabletop position, hands and knees. And then from tabletop, we will move into a modified side plank on our right side. So pivot on your right knee, your right foot comes off the side of your mat like a little kickstand. Left leg extends back and then left arm reaches up. Your left foot can stay down or your left leg can float up. And if it floats up, active through your left foot, strong through your left leg. Left arm up or left arm forward towards the front wall. Feel that length in your left side. Notice if you're sticking your butt out, try to press your hips forward by squeezing through your outer right butt cheek. Stay here or bend your left knee, reach back, grab hold of your left foot. And once you've got it, use gentle leverage. So kick your foot back and let your heart look up. Press your hips forward even more. See if you can keep spreading your left toes even as you hold your foot in your hand. Where's your breath? Make it big, spacious, powerful. Take one last round. Bottom of your exhale, slowly let it go. Back to tabletop, and then back to downward facing dog. From your down dog, you're gonna walk your feet out to the width of your mat and bring your right hand back to grab the outside of your left ankle. So right hand, back of left ankle. If you have a really slippery mat, this is the pose that makes you realize, I've got a really slippery mat. Maybe I want to invest in a really nice non-slippery mat. So work it however you need to, but keep your left hand really rooted and strong. It's your foundation. Keep your left shoulder strong. Keep lifting from your center. And then with each exhalation, twist just a little bit more. Gaze under your left armpit. The foundation of this pose is your left hand, not your leg. So try not to just stand on your feet like you're in a forward fold. You're still in down dog. Take a couple more breaths. Good job, you guys. Let it go. Regular down dog. Adjust as you need to. If you had to walk your hands way forward next time, maybe try keeping that down dog shape just a little bit more. Take one more big inhale into your down dog. And then exhale, look to the top of your space, however you'd like to get there, forward fold. Spinal extension with your inhalation, lengthen. Exhale, release and fold. And take it all the way up, right. Inhale your arms, extend. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Okie dokie. From here, bring your hands to your hips and step your left foot back just about a foot to 2 feet. So you're setting up a pyramid stance. Personally, I like my feet on 2 train tracks, not a balance beam, all 10 toes face forward. Traditionally, feet are on a balance beam with your back foot at an angle. So choose what feels best in your body to help you square off your hips. Pull right hip back, left hip forward, and take your arms to the sky. As you inhale, reach really high. And then as you exhale, twist left arm forward, right arm back. Try to stay rooted through the inner edge of your front foot and the outer edge of your back foot. Squeeze your inner thighs and twist from your center. Maybe even try gazing back over your right shoulder behind you. You should feel this in your core. Take one more round. As you inhale, legs stay the same, but unwind your upper body, arms reach up. And then exhale, slow dive. Try to stick your right butt cheek out as you reach your heart forward and then fold over your front leg. So think forehead toward shin, nose toward knee, navel toward spine at the bottom of each exhalation. So bottom of each exhale, draw your belly button in and up and see if you can fold just a little bit further. And then bring it really high, make it easier for yourself. Yep. It's like bringing the ground closer to you. Good job. Good hips, you guys. Good awareness. So right hip up, 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 and press the top of your right thigh back, 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 back as best you can. If you're getting a little shake in that front leg, that's actually a good thing. You're engaging through your quad muscle as you stretch your hamstring. Take about 2-3 more rounds working this pose in your way. And then end of your next exhalation, my friends, root into your front foot. And just for a moment, standing splits, left leg high. Great big inhale here. Exhale, left knee to the back of your right knee. Both knees bent, Shiva squat. Now, bring your right hand to grab your left foot. Right hand grabs left foot. Root down into your right foot and super slowly start to stand up. Once you feel like you found your balance, start to work a twisted dancer pose. Kick left foot into hand, pull hand back into foot, reach your left arm forward and maybe slightly up. See if you can lift your heart. If you've got a wall in front of you, you might even use it to help you balance. Hug in with your inner thighs. Spread your toes. See if you can be here for one more deep breath. Come out of it just like we came in, so super slow. Back down into that little squat. Release your left foot. Set it down next to your right. Be back in a forward fold at the top of your mat. And give your right leg a little shake out or kind of pedal out your heels. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Either move through a vinyasa or skip it, end up in a child's pose. So just when you have trouble reaching the ground, use your block. So like if you're balancing, good place to use a block. Nice job. It might feel good to roll your forehead side to side or swivel your hips side to side. Couple more grounding breaths. Next time you inhale, tabletop, hands and knees. Moving into your modified side plank on left side. So pivot on your left knee, left foot comes to the outside of your mat, right leg reaches back, and then right arm reaches up. Open up towards the right side of the room. Yes, right foot can stay on the ground or right foot can lift. Right arm can reach up or right arm can reach forward. Lengthen your right side. Nice daisy. Notice if your butt's sticking out, try to press your hips forward. So get all the flexion out of the front of your hips by squeezing through your left butt cheek and pressing your hips forward. Stay where you're at, or final option, bend your right knee, reach back, grab hold of your right foot, and then gentle leverage. So kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. See if you can press your hips forward and let your heart look up. Make sure your right shoulder, if you're in the bind, is rolling back and down. It's not rolling forward. So open through your right shoulder. Your pose, your expression. Nice, Brittany. Take one last deep breath. Nice, Truk. And then super slowly let it go. Back to hands and knees. Back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet out wide. Try not to walk your hands closer to your feet. If you have to, you can. Left hand to the back of your right ankle. So left hand grabs the outside of your ankle. Yeah. And then once you've got that, gentle leverage. So every exhalation, see if you can twist and gaze under your right shoulder. Keep lifting from your strong core. Your right hand is your foundation. It's rooted firmly. Your right shoulder is plugged in. It's supporting you. Yes, nice work, friends. Last couple of rounds here. Doing great, Ari. All right, bring it back. Downward facing dog. Adjust as needed. Walk it out for just a moment. Inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, look to the top of your space, however you'd like to get there. Forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. And release, let it go. Ah. All the way up. One more time, rise. Inhale, arms overhead. And hands to your heart. All right, bring your hands to your hips and step this time your right foot back about 1 to 2 feet. So it depends how long your legs are. You want both feet flat on the ground. You don't want your back heel lifted. And again, I like my feet on 2 train tracks, all 10 toes face forward. Traditionally, you're on a balance beam with your back foot at an angle. For me, that pulls on a lot of things if I try to square off my hips. So you do you, whatever feels best. Arms reach up. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Squeeze your inner thighs. Try not to roll onto the inner outer edges of either foot. Keep all 4 corners of your feet rooting down firmly. Broaden through your shoulders and collarbones, and maybe even try gazing back over your left shoulder. Squeeze through your inner thighs. Work your twist from your strong center. One last round. Keep your legs the same and inhale, unwind. Reach your arms up. As you exhale, like you're swan diving down, heart leads, stick your left butt cheek out behind you and then fold over your left leg. So hands can come to the ground or a block or blocks or maybe to your front shin. Sometimes I like to keep my left hand in the crease of my left hip to literally just push my left hip up and back. So squeeze through the top of your left thigh. And every time you exhale, there's your invitation to fold just a little bit further from the inside. Left hip back and up. Exhale, just drape your torso over your front leg, fold a little further. So this one especially, I probably won't see it, but on the inside, bottom of each exhale, you feel it. You dive just a little deeper, you fold just a little further. Last couple rounds. Good job. And of your next exhalation, standing splits. Walk your hands forward, float your back leg up. We won't hold it very long. So reach your right leg nice and high. Feel your right toes, spread them apart. Inhale. And then as you exhale, right knee to the back of left, both knees bend, you're in your Shiva squat. Now from this place, left hand grabs right foot, left hand, right foot. Once you've got it, root into your left foot and slowly come up to standing. Once you're standing, you can start to work your twisted dancer pose. So kick foot into hand, pull a hand back into foot. Personally, I love using a wall if there's one next to me, so take advantage, those of you who have a wall by you. Hug in with your inner thighs, lift through your heart like you're doing a little cobra pose. Hips as square as you can get them. Breath as big as you can make it. One last round. You guys are amazing. Nice work. See if you can come out super slowly the same way you came in. So super slowly start to find your way down to your Shiva squat. Release your foot and then set your right foot down next to left. Give your left leg a little shake out or whatever feels good. And then this time, we're gonna take a tiny little potato bug ball. Bring your big toes together, little gap in between your heels, tuck and curl. So butt towards the ground, nose towards your knees. You can either choose, try to press your heels down, that'll work ankle flexibility, or try to lift your heels up high, that works strength and balance. Maybe even wrap your arms around your shins. Every exhalation, find your very, very center. All the way to empty. Last couple breaths here. Nice, Eileen. Good job, everybody. Next time you inhale, heels down, spine long, halfway lift position. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your yoga mat. Either move through a vinyasa or go straight back to down dog. See you there. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Pigeon pose, right shin to the top of your space. Bring your body down nice and easy. If you know that this pose will serve you better on your back, then you are more than welcome to take figure 4 on your back instead. Good, nice, Brittany. Good job. Nice awareness. So try to get your right knee as wide as you can towards the outer right edge of your mat. Try not to sit down on your right butt cheek, but instead, imagine that invisible rope. It's attached to your right butt cheek now. It's pulling up and back as your heart bows forward. Keep some activation in your front toes, like you're trying to spread them apart. Bring your right knee all the way out here. It's okay. You don't need to be perfect your first time, you know. Even more if you can. Yep. And then keep your butt lifted. So you're not trying to sit down. Keep it up. Yep. Even more. And from there, now bow forward. So keep lifting your butt. Yep. Just like that. Now bow forward. So not in your hips, in your upper body. Yep. Forward. Yeah, just like that. So keep doing this without me. Yep. Good job. Yes. Perfect. And I know it's a little bit tricky, but even here, you want to feel your transverse abdominis engaging. So rather than feeling like you're letting go through your belly and kind of arching through your back like you're doing a back bend, you want to feel the exact opposite. Navel to spine, like you're puffing up and rounding your low back just a little bit. And if you have transverse abdominis engagement in this pose, the whole pose is more integrated. And rather than just pulling on your tendons and ligaments around your joints, you'll actually stretch the muscles. Good. You guys look so awesome. Nice work. Take about 5 to 7 more breaths. You can exhale out your mouth anytime. Ah. Notice what you're feeling in your body. Notice physical sensation. Notice emotions. Notice thoughts coming and going. So start to observe your thoughts rather than feeling like you are your thoughts. You are the observer, the witness. Notice if you're bored. Notice if you're frustrated, if you're tired, you're anxious. Whatever's there, you're not trying to fix it. You're just allowing whatever's there to be noticed, to be held by your loving awareness. Take about 2 more big, deep breaths. And if you are taking a supine pigeon on your back and you want to stay on your back, that's fine. You can just take some neutralizing movements in between sides. Otherwise, if you're in regular pigeon, start to find your way back to downward facing dog, however you want to get there. So maybe a 3-legged dog, give your leg a little shaky shake. Maybe you want to take some cat-cows or take a vinyasa. And then I'll just leave it up to you in your own time. Come into your pigeon pose with your left shin forward. Try to get your left knee nice and wide, all the way out to the width of your mat if possible. Pull your left butt cheek up and back. Find your transverse abdominis engagement even here. And then fold forward. So that transverse engagement, it feels different than trying to push your hips to the ground and trying to flare your ribs forward. It's the exact opposite. You're pulling navel to spine. You're lifting left butt cheek up and back as you take your heart forward and down. So it might be different than you've done in other classes. What it does, it plugs the femur bone into the socket in your left hip, protects your low back so everything is nice and integrated as you're stretching the muscles. Yeah, good job, Ari. That's perfect. And big, deep breaths. When I say everything is nice and integrated, it means your pose has integrity. It's strong. There's a structure, and then you're softening around it. You're softening within it. So I didn't understand what that meant for a long time. How do you have integrity in a yoga pose? It's just like in life. Nobody can really tell from the outside, but you can feel it inside. You know if you're being integritous. You can feel that structure. You can feel everything plugged in life. When you're honest, people don't necessarily know if you're being honest, but you do. Same thing. So set this up in a way that feels in integrity in your body. You're protecting your joints, your tendons, ligaments, rather than just pulling on them to go deeper, to look cooler. About 5 to 7 more. You guys look so good. I'm proud of you. Good hip alignment, good awareness. Sometimes it's not fun to have integrity in the poses because really they don't look as cool. You can't go as deep. So a lot of people like to go deep and just get into the pose. But what you're doing, you're creating a sustainable practice for your body every time you set yourself up with integrity. Open your mouth anytime you want and just big sigh if that would feel nice. I'm just gonna leave it up to you. Maybe a couple more breaths or so. When you feel pretty even on both sides with your pigeon, find your way back to one final downward facing dog. And if you wanted, this would be your time as well for one final vinyasa. After you've given yourself a moment in down dog to stretch, feel into all that space you've created, just slowly and mindfully begin your own transition down onto your back. You can get there however you want to, and you can face whichever direction you would like. As you come down onto your back, hug your knees in gently, and just rock side to side. After a few rocks, find a supine twist of your choice. Just be aware of the space around you. You can go to either side first. Most gentle variation of a twist would be a windshield wiper variation where your feet are wide at the width of your mat and you just let your knees fall to one side from there. And just feel the ground underneath you, the way it holds you and supports you always. Give all your weight to it. Let yourself be held by it. And after about 4 or 5 rounds on one side, slowly find your way to the other. And please, no rush, but when you feel like you are pretty even with your twist on both sides, just come back to center and find any inversion of choice. So anything that puts hips and or legs higher than your heart. It can be something a little more restorative or more challenging if you're feeling it. When you feel complete with your inversion, my friends, just slowly start your journey into your final relaxation. So if you need any last finishing poses, if there's anything else that your body is calling for, please feel free to go there. And then eventually just settle in. Let your breath become effortless. Your body just melts into the ground. Your eyes rest heavy in their sockets. As you just drift off into your Shavasana, I will read to you. This is a reading by Brianna Weiss. She says, "You may fear the quiet times in your life when your soul goes through a winter. However, it is often those same times when the most profound and human work of all is being done. Be still, do nothing. It is both the quiet and the sound that writes the symphony, the blank canvas and the paint that makes the picture, the rest and the movement that gives you the wisdom, insight, and clarity to move forward more boldly than ever before. Sometimes I feel like I'm in a rush to get to the next part, to get to the next goal or destination. I have to remind myself, this is it, right here, right now. This present moment holds it all. Going slow is actually most of the time helpful. Our bodies are not meant for fast change all at once. They're meant for slow change over time. So let yourself take rest and slow down. Be still. These last few moments, be still. Rather than going to the next thing you've got today in your mind, just stay right here on the ground and feel whatever there is to feel. Notice whatever there is to notice. Just let it have space to move through. And that is the yoga. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Just gently start to wiggle, move fingers, toes, any other little movements that would feel good. Eventually roll to either side, fetal position. Give yourself one last moment, just resting in this nurturing way. Maybe even imagine all the energy from your practice just really soaking in, seeping into your being. Use the strength in your arms to guide yourself up into seated meditation, facing forward, right back where we began our practice. Sit up nice and tall, close your eyes, gather your hands to your own heart. And we'll close our practice with one big collective Om. So, invitation to join me, or if you'd rather just listen, that's fine too. Start by exhaling, emptying out, clear your throat if you need to. And then breathe in your voice. Thank you, everyone, so much for being here, for letting me guide you. Namaste. Okie doke, my friends. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your Sunday. I'll be here all week, just not next Sunday. Steph's awesome though. Thank you. Steph is so awesome. Isn't she? She's great. Oh, did you? Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's good to have her spice it up. Hey, and I saw your payments on Cash App. You have been paying me. You're like, I'm, I'm sorry. I was like, I didn't think you were paying, but then I'm like, oh, she's paying me on Cash App. So I'm sorry. It's so fine too. When I was like laying down, I was like, yeah, I just saw. I saw. I'm like, oh, because like some people don't, and they just come in and out. So thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, you are amazing. You're so welcome.